Here we go. Here we go. Here we go, folks. It's time now. We're here. We're here. It is. Wait, I forgot. There's a game today. There's another game. The wild card round's not over yet. But technically, for the AFC, it's divisional week. Okay, for the AFC, it's divisional week, and now it's time for them titles. So, short little recap. I ain't gonna say quick, but like a little recap of the wild card round up to this point. Because the Cardinals and Rams are about to play in like 5 minutes as I am making this video. So I'm probably not gonna speak much on that. As of right now, I gotta go Rams. As of right now, I'm going Rams. But that could go either way. But as of right now, I'm gonna say Rams. So that's that. But the wild card round up to this point started with Bengals versus Raiders. The Bengals jumped out. They was making plays. They got to an early lead. They went up like 20-13 going into half, and then that was pretty much it for the offense. I mean, in the second half, it was 2 field goals. It was 2 field goals by each team. And then the Bengals made a stop at the end when the Raiders had 3 plays to get into the end zone, and they called 3 trash plays that didn't even work. And then the last one was an interception short of the goal line. It is what it is. It is what it is. But the Bengals survived, and they moved on. Next game was Bills-Patriots. I don't even want to talk about how bad that was. The Bills just destroyed them. And I called it. Y'all can go back to my video a couple months ago. Was it a couple months ago? About a month and a half ago. About how when we lost to the Patriots. I said they were a fluke. I called them a fluke. And I said that they weren't nothing. And look what happened. They got destroyed in the first round. And I also said that we were going to play the Patriots in the divisional. That take is gone, but my fluke take is right, okay? My fluke take is right, and I'm going to stick by that one. They sucked. They were a fluke, and we knew it. I knew it, all right? I knew it. Dang. And I'm glad to be right about that. They suck. Frick, that was great. That was such a great moment for me to realize that the Patriots were a fluke. It was great. But yeah, the Bills blew them out. It was like 50-something to 10 or some bull crap like that. Then Bills move on. Patriots go sit on that couch. Next game we got was Bucks. The first game of Sunday was the Bucks and the Eagles. That pretty much went how everyone expected. The Bucks dominated from beginning to end there. You know, Brady went Brady. Eagles, they suck. The Eagles suck. But, like, they're going to get better. Maybe. They might be better next year. Maybe. Depends on Jalen Hurts' progression. Jalen Hurts has got to progress. And then they need some defense, bro. They have no linebackers. Their pass rush is almost non-existent, and their corners are kind of trash. Outside of Darius Slay, their corners suck. So they need some defense, really. They need some defense. But so that happened. We'll see how the Bucks do. I forgot who they play. Oh, they play the winner of the Rams-Cardinals game. Yeah. And I ain't gonna lie, I have the Bucks losing to either one. I have the Bucks losing to either one. Because, yeah, they looked good, but without Chris Godwin and Antonio Brown, Lenny might be back. Lenny might be back. These folks are stupid. Lenny might be back. But against a good offense, I don't see the Bucks being that good. I don't see the Bucks. Like, maybe Brady goes Brady and does something, but I don't see the Bucks winning. not, at least not to the Rams. If the Rams make it, I don't see the Bucks beating the Rams. Because, well, for one thing, they already didn't beat the Rams earlier in the year. And then, secondly, I don't think the Bucks have the defense. They have a good defense, don't get me wrong. They have a good defense. But I think it's worse this year than it was last year. Which is weird because the Bucks are better this year than they were last year. The Bucks had a better record this year than they had last year. But I think their defense is worse this year. I think they're gonna have to rely on their offense. And that Rams defense, we all know it's elite. It's elite. That Rams defense is elite with Aaron Donald and Jalen Ramsey and all that and all them other folk. They can be elite and they will shut down Brady. I think they will. Cardinals, on the other hand, I think that would be a luck of the Irish kind of game. But I still think that Brady and them will lose. After that, we had the dismantling of Pittsburgh by Kansas City. So, Steelers fans had some hope for about 2 minutes in that game after TJ Watt ran a fumble back for a touchdown. Steelers fans had hope for about 2 minutes. And then that went away, and then it never came back. So, yeah. Big Ben, we love you. Enjoy retirement. You're going to be a Hall of Famer. Can't wait to see it. But, Steelers sucked. They sucked. And they're probably going to get a new court. I mean, I think they're going to get one of them folk. Russ or Aaron Rodgers. One of them two is coming to Tennessee. Tennessee, I'm sorry. One of them is coming to Pittsburgh. I'd love one of them to come to Tennessee. But one of them is coming to Pittsburgh. So, yeah. So that's basically it. We got the Rams Cardinals tonight, and I have the Rams. So that means it will be Bucks Rams. Oh, I completely forgot the other game. The 49ers and Cowboys. My fault. My complete fault. Yeah, the 49ers, I'm sorry. The Cowboys choked yet again. Let's say that first. The Cowboys choked once a freaking again. And all the people, everybody and their mama who called it is so happy. I called it too, I think. I had the Niners beating the Cowboys. At first, I had the Cowboys over Niners, and I started to change my tune a little bit as we got closer to the game. And then at the end, I ended up saying Niners over Cowboys. So, yeah. And the Niners were kind of dominating. But then Nick Bosa got hurt. And then Fred Warner got hurt. So then the Cowboys started coming back almost instantly. And then, Jimmy G went Jimmy G threw a trash pick. And all of a sudden, Cowboys fans had hope again. And then it went back and forth, ended up being 23-17. That final play on the last drive by Dallas. Why would you call a QB draw with 14 seconds left with no timeouts? Why would you call that? That's such a terrible play. And then Dak made it even worse because he went and scrambled for like 17 yards or almost 20 yards, something like that. He should have gotten down after he had gotten the first down at around the 30. He ended up at the 24. That took a whole second and a half extra off the clock. He got landed on also by a 49er player. There was no one around him when he first had the draw. If he had just slid down at the 30-29 in there, nobody would have touched him. He could have got back up. He made another stupid decision because he didn't get the ball to the ref. He put the ball where he thought he was down. And then the entire Cowboys O-line was right there, lined up, trying to snap the ball. But the ref came in late and just like bullied his way through them to set the ball because the ref has to touch the ball. It's the basic. All the Cowboys fans can cry all you want. But that is the most basic rule of refereeing, is that the ref is always the one that has to spot the ball. That's the most basic rule of refereeing. Y'all can hate refs all you want. But that is the easiest, most basic rule of refereeing, is that the ref has to be the one to spot the ball. Dak didn't give him the ball. He just got up, put the ball on the ground, let his dudes get in front of him, and because of that, the ref had to bully through them to get to the ball so he could spot it. You can say the ref cost them a second, but look, it is what it is. The ref had to be the one to spot the ball. Dak didn't give him the ball. Dak didn't give him the ball, so he had no shot. If Dak had given him the ball, he could have spotted it. Boom, bam, bow. You know what I'm saying? And they may have gotten it off in time, but they didn't. Game ended, and that's it. Cowboys choked. And really, that's not. And you can't even put it on that. The Cowboys had like 15 penalties in the game, and they let themselves get down 23-7. They had so many unforced errors, and then they choked. I mean, it is what it is. They choke. They choke every year, and they're going to keep on choking. Y'all got all that money. You got that big old stadium. You got all this talent, and you still can't do nothing with it. Sad. Sad. Just sad. Just sad, man. It's just sad, dude. It's like, oh, 5 Super Bowl rings. I'm like, cool. Don't care. Were any of the players that are on the team now part of that? Nope. Means nothing to me. Rings mean nothing to me when it comes to this kind of a situation. It's like, okay, y'all won 5 Super Bowls 25 years ago, before half of y'all were even born. Most of y'all weren't born the last time. Most of the folks who talk trash like that weren't even born the last time the Cowboys won the Super Bowl. I wasn't. I wasn't even born the last time the Cowboys won the Super Bowl. Man, y'all tripping. Cowboys choked, and they do it all the time. I mean, that's all I gotta say about that. But now, moving on, we got the divisional round games. We're gonna have 49ers Packers, and we're gonna have Bucks versus winner of Rams Cardinals. As of right, 49ers Packers, that should be the Packers. That should be the Packers. Jimmy G sucks. All right, he gave Dallas chances. They just didn't capitalize. Jimmy G sucks. All right, the Packers are probably going to cook them. And as far as the other one, like I said, I don't see Tampa Bay winning against either team. So, and then we go to the AFC. We'll start with Chiefs Bills. Both teams coming off of blowout wins. I don't know who's going to win that, honestly. I really don't know. I couldn't tell you. I really can't tell you. As of right now, though, it's really hard to say. That game's going to be a shootout, and if it's cold, you know what I'm saying? Like it was this past one. Whew, that's going to be a tough one. I think Chiefs know how to show out in the playoffs, though. I think, okay. I'm putting this on record now. I think it's going to be the Bills. Because the Bills have a better defense. And the Bills defense will make one play. I don't know when, but it'll be that specific play that is going to change the game in the Bills' favor to the point where they will win the game in the end. It's going to be a shootout. I think both teams are going to score well over 30 points. I think both teams are going to score over 30 points. And I think the Bills are going to beat the Chiefs. Even in Kansas City. They did it earlier this year when Kansas City was struggling. Yeah, Kansas City got hot, but there's still the same issues. Kansas City still has the same issues. They just matched them better in the second half of the season. You saw what happened when they played Cincy. They got cooked. And then they almost lost to Denver. So, I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. But, y'all, man, I think it's going to be the Bills. I think the Bills are going to beat Kansas City. Now, the main preview. My guys. The Tennessee Titans versus the Cincinnati Bengals. First game of the divisional round. Off rip. Saturday afternoon. And I already know that we're not going to get Jim Nantz. We're probably not going to get Jim Nantz and Tony Romo. I'm calling because they be like, I don't want to say it. I don't want to go too far like that. But they be you know, they be all over, you know what I'm saying? They be all over these Chiefs and Bills, man. You know what I mean? So that game is probably going to end up being the goddamn Jim Nantz and them, because both games are on CBS. So whatever. It is what it is. Whatever. I don't care. But either way, we got Cincy. Obviously, I'm going with my team. Now, let me tell you why, though. Cincy coming into this week just lost. Apparently, they just lost 3 different defensive linemen. I didn't know this at the time because I didn't get to see much of the Cincinnati game, but they lost Trey Hendrickson to a concussion. He's not confirmed out, but he left the rest of the game with a concussion. They lost one other player with a concussion, and then one guy went on IR. Ogunjobi went on IR with an ankle injury, I think, or something like that. So they thinner on that D-line. And for them, if Trey Hendrickson especially does not play, which I think he probably will. I think he's probably going to play. But if they missing, I'll put it like this: if they're missing more than just Ogunjobi on that line, which I don't think Ogunjobi's that good in my opinion. He's a decent run stopper, but I don't think he's that good. But if they're missing more than him, they're gonna be in for a rough one. Cause yeah, they got the 5th ranked rush defense, but they really haven't played a lot of teams who run the ball like that. The only team that they played against who ran the ball like that is the Ravens, really. And they crushed them the first time, and they beat them both times, really. They beat them both times. The Ravens ain't that good. Ravens ain't good. Ravens didn't even have their starting running back. Last week, they gave up they didn't give up a lot of yards to Josh Jacobs, but he averaged like 6 yards a carry. So maybe that was why, because the lineman went out. But with the King coming back, most likely, we still don't even know if that's confirmed yet, if Derek's coming back. But I think he'll be back. I already heard that he was trying to play in Week 18, so I think he's going to be back. All right. But with the King and the way our O-line has stepped up in the past few games, especially over these last 3 that we've won in the running game, they in trouble. They are in trouble. All right? And they're in a lot of trouble. All right, I got to hurry up and finish this. I got to go back to work. But the Bengals are in trouble if they're missing a bunch of D linemen. They're going to be in trouble. And it'll get ugly. And it'll get ugly fast. Now, granted, Henry probably going to come out rusty. Henry's probably going to come out rusty. He's probably going to miss a couple holes, kind of just, he'll probably be tentative. Is what I mean. He'll probably be like tentative. He'll be a little hesitant to hit the hole, you know what I'm saying? But by that second half, he's going to be rolling. And if the Bengals can't stop him in the first half, they sure as heck ain't going to stop him in the second half. So y'all gonna have to watch out for that. As far as anything else that the Bengals have on defense, I don't believe in it. Their best player is a slot corner. Their best other player is a slot corner. He's a slot corner, which means that he don't play on the outside, which means that the Bengals are gonna struggle against AJ Brown and Julio if he stays healthy. It's gonna be kind of cold. It's gonna be kind of cold for the game, but they gonna struggle against AJ and Julio together, especially. The only thing I'm worried about is the pass block. You know what I'm saying? Our O-line is great at run blocking, but pass block, I ain't gonna say great at run blocking, but pretty good at run blocking. But pass blocking, it's just it's an up and down type of thing. Like if we were playing the Steelers, I'd be a little bit more nervous, defensively at least, like offensively at least, because the Steelers have a good defense. But I'm not worried about the Bengals defense. People are saying, okay, y'all got the 5th best rushing defense. All right, but Y'all aren't top 10 in any other thing besides that. So I'm not really worried about the Bengals defense. I think we can move the ball on them with not just Derek, with Tannehill and AJ and all of them. I think we can move the ball fairly easily. We should be able to score on them. Now, where it's even is, the Bengals have a better offense than us. I mean, come on. They have a better offense than us. They've got weaponry on pretty much everywhere. They've got weaponry everywhere. They got Joe Mixon in the backfield. Obviously, there's Joe Burrow. You got Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, and then there's Tyler Boyd. Also, you add in C.J. Uzomah. They're loaded. But they're young. And they're inexperienced playoff-wise. Yeah, they got a game under their belt, but it's a game. The entirety of our team, for the most part, has multiple years of playoff experience. Like, the majority of the core of our team has all been together since 2019. The only new people are probably Danico Autry, Janoris Jenkins, and Bud. But the core of the team has been together since 2019 when we made that big playoff run. So we have the playoff experience. We know how to win these big games. They've all been together, and they're gonna be. And I forgot about Christian Fulton. But either way, like, the majority of the core of the team has been together since the major playoff run. So, folks is gonna have to watch out. Our defense this year, much better. Much better. Still, passing, not that great. And that's what the Bengals do the best. Now, we can make plays. We can stop them from passing the ball well. We can. With Christian Fulton, he locked down. All right? He's gonna make it tough for Jamar Chase. Trust me. Don't expect Jamar Chase to go for like 9, 10, 11 catches for $190 something and 2 tutties. That's not gonna happen. Not on our defense. Our defense is too good for that. All right. Yes, the back end is a little sus, mainly because of Jackrabbit. And it probably will be exploited. But you got our defense, and then, honest to goodness, I don't think y'all gonna be able to run the ball. Y'all don't have a good old line. Like, yeah, y'all doing good, but Joe Burrow's the most sacked QB in the league, and we're top 10 this year in sacks. Almost top 5. I think we're like 6th or 7th, somewhere in that area. And the Bengals have the worst offensive line in the league. So I don't think you're gonna be able to run the ball on us. Oh, and secondly, we have the best group of linebackers in the league also. Between Zach Cunningham, Jayon Brown, David Long, and Rashaan Evans, dude, that's 4 starting caliber linebackers who have all played well at some point this year. So I don't think they're going to be able to run the ball on us, and because of that, I think we're going to win. And we're gonna get to Joe Burrow. All right, Bengals fans like, oh, last year y'all lost to us and we was trash. It's like, dude, we had a trash defense last year. Now we've got a good defense. You're in trouble. Now, yes, this is going to be a close game. It's going to be a close game because the Bengals have that offense. All right? If we blow them out, I'll be more than okay with us blowing them out. I'll be more than okay with that. All right? But it's going to be a close game. All right? It's going to be like the Bills game. It's going to be like the Houston game a couple weeks back. It's going to be like the Seahawks game, in my opinion. It's going to be like those games. What other close games do we have that we won? I think those were the only ones that were close that we won. But it's going to be like that. They're going to stay, even if we get the lead early, they're going to stay in the game. All right, look, if we go up 14-3, they'll get it back 14-10. All right, if we go up 21 to 10, they'll make it 21-17. Like, it'll stay close throughout the majority of the game. What's going to have to happen for us to win is defense. Y'all going to have to get some turnovers. We've been inconsistent at that all year. We've had games where we had the game against Jacksonville where we had like 4 takeaways. And then we had games like Pittsburgh where we didn't get any takeaways and our offense clucked us over. If we literally had one too in the Pittsburgh game, but it was called back. That one takeaway would have won us the game. I swear it would have. You saw what happened in the Niner game. We got takeaways. Helped us win that game. The defense has been inconsistent all year. We'll have multiple games in a row where we get multiple takeaways, and then we'll have multiple games in a row where we don't get any takeaways whatsoever. We didn't get any takeaways in the Houston game, which is why they were able to come back. We got takeaways in the Dolphins game. That's why we dominated them. We got takeaways in the Niners game. We didn't get takeaways in the Pittsburgh loss. We didn't get takeaways in the Patriots loss. We didn't get takeaways in the Texans loss. When we get takeaways, we win. I think in every game this year, in every game that we've won, we got a takeaway. In every single game. There were only 2 games where we got a takeaway and lost. That was the Jets and the Cardinals. The Jets and the Cardinals were the only 2 games where we got a takeaway and lost. Every other game that we've won, we've pretty much gotten a takeaway. And the games that we lost, we didn't get any. Or the games that were close, we didn't get any. Like, I don't think did we get a takeaway against Seattle? I don't know. I don't remember. I know we got takeaways against the Colts. At least one. So, I'm saying, like, you got to get takeaways. You're going to have to do that in every single game. When we crush the Chiefs, that's the one for me. Beating the Chiefs 27-3, being the only team all year, I think. I'm pretty sure. Being the only team all year to hold the Chiefs offense. I don't care how bad, I don't care how rough they started the year. We were the only team all year to hold the Chiefs offense to no touchdowns. The only team. That's why I believe we could beat the Chiefs if we were to make it to the AFC Championship. And they were too. Because we were the only team to hold the Chiefs to a touchdown. And what did we do? We got takeaways. Multiple. And we got up early and we dominated them. That will be the key. I think if we get one takeaway in this game, we're going to win, honestly. Because I don't see the Bengals defense stopping us. I don't see the Bengals offense being able to hold, offensive line at least, being able to hold away our pass rush. We're going to get at least 3 sacks in this game. We're going to. And we're going to win, all right? So that's pretty much it for me. That's a preview of this week. We're going to see how Derek does during practice this week. I think he'll be back. And we finna move, and we finna see how it's popping. First game of the divisional round, we got to set the statement. We got to set the standard. All right? It's now or never. It's one and done. Or one or done. One or done. It's one or done. It's clutch time, crunch time, whatever you want to call it. Take them one game at a time. You got the Bengals. Don't worry about the other games. You know why? We're the first game. Who cares who we play? It doesn't matter who we play. All right? It's the first game. We got the Bengals. The Bengals coming in here. They got a wave of momentum. They think that they're the best team in the league for some dumb reason. Just because they won a game by a touchdown. They think they're the best team in the league for some reason. Everyone is still sort of mainly kind of disrespecting us. They think they're saying we're the worst 1 seed. They're saying we're the worst 1 seed ever. Or one of the worst 1 seeds ever. Like, if that ain't the most disrespectful thing I've ever heard come out of somebody's mouth. Like, that is the most disrespectful thing I've ever heard in my life. Worst 1 seed ever. That's ugh. That's ugh. You should take that as motivation to come kick their tail when we play them. It's at home. We's finna turn up, okay? So y'all gotta tighten up. Pun intended. Let's go get this dub, baby. Tennessee. They flexy. Roll through the Super Bowl, come through us. Nashville, you better ask somebody. I'll peace out. See y'all.